Are you just so tired of a narcissist insulting you and you want those killer comebacks? In this video, I'm going to give you those killer comebacks so that when they insult you, you're going to know what to say. Hi, I'm Rebecca Zung. I am a narcissist negotiation expert. I'm also an attorney. I've been recognized by US News as a best lawyer in America. I'm also a globally recognized narcissist negotiation expert, and I want to help you break free from the chains of narcissists. So make sure that you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. I have written 2 best-selling books. I have a brand new one on the way. You can check that out at slaythebully.com. Who doesn't want to slay the bully, right? It is called Slay the Bully, How to Negotiate with a Narcissist and Win. Aren't you ready to win? Yes, you definitely are. So make sure you check that out. Tons and tons of bonuses for you right there. And it is so time for you to smack down that narcissist, right? So go to disarmthenarkcom right now and get your free phrases for disarming narcissists, because that is where you will be able to start getting your power back. And in this video, I'm going to give you those killer comebacks for narcissist insults. Yes, they love to insult you. If you're with a narcissist, whether it's covert, whether it's overt, whether it's who knows what kind, they love to insult you. That's their MO. And by the way, the one thing I want you to know is that if you're with a narcissist, they didn't attach themselves to you because you had so little value. No. They attach themselves to you because you have so much value. That's the whole little smoke and mirrors thing. That's the thing that you need to know, because they're not attaching themselves to the blue light special over there, the clearance rack thing. No, they want the shiny object. They want the thing that makes them look good. They want the thing that everybody else wants, but they want to devalue the thing that has lots of value, because then that gives them a better sense of power. The bigger you are, the more they can tamp you down. Then that makes them feel good. That makes them feel like big man on campus. Big whoop. That's what they're doing. That's what's going on there. That's the whole thing. It's just like the Wizard of Oz, that big old head, but it's really just that feeble old little thing and back behind the curtain. That's what's really happening. I'm going to give you some killer comebacks right now to narcissist insults, but I want you to remember, it's so important for you to know, the truth of the matter is that they are way more afraid of you than you are of them. And I just don't want you to know that, but it's true. When they say you are a piece of crap, or I was better off before I met you, or whatever it is that they're saying that is trying to make you feel bad about yourself, here's what I want you to do. In general, I want you to just start thinking of you're observing their behavior, almost as if you're just watching it. You're just looking at it. It's not coming on to you. You're like Teflon, maybe like a glass bubble around you. And it's not actually hitting you. It's literally maybe hitting this bubble and then coming down or something, or Teflon that's rolling off of you, or like water off a duck's back or something. But I want you to actually start as if you're just looking at the words and they just are going past you. Because the more you can start to depersonalize it and realize they're just words coming out of a person's mouth that don't have anything to do with you, the more you can start to not feel what's happening here. Because you have to understand that what they're saying has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. The way people treat other people is a direct reflection of the way they feel about themselves, good or bad. It doesn't have anything to do with you. So if somebody feels great about themselves, then they treat other people well. If somebody feels terrible about themselves, then they treat other people terribly. It's always about themselves. It's never about the other person, right? People who feel great about themselves don't go around treating other people poorly. It just doesn't make sense. The first thing I want you to remember to say is, I can't control how you feel about me. I can't control how you feel about me. You're welcome to feel however you'd like to feel, but I can't control that. Just like you can't control how the other 7 billion people on the planet feel. They're welcome to feel however they'd like to feel as well. It has nothing to do with you. It's not your business. So, they can feel however they want to feel. You can't control that. You can look at it, you can observe it, but it has nothing to do with you. So you can say that. I can't control how you feel about me. Pushes it back on them. That's number one. Number two is, I hear what you're saying, or I hear you. It's just literally an acknowledgement that they spoke. But when somebody says, I hear you, they feel acknowledged. All people want to feel seen, heard, and acknowledged. All people do. Everybody wants to know that they matter. My second book was Negotiate Like You Matter. And, matter is my acronym for how to negotiate. Negotiate like you matter, because the reason why I called that book that was because all people want to feel like they matter. What I talked about in that book was that if you don't have each person walking away with some value, then the negotiation won't work. And the reason why I said that was because everybody wants to feel like they matter in some way on this planet. But narcissists, and way, way, way more than that, because they don't have any internal sense of value. So if you say, I hear you to them, or I hear what you're saying, then you are just giving them some kind of salve. You're giving them some kind of recognition. It just brings that temperature down. And that's what you want to do. When they're insulting you, they're baiting you. And you have to recognize that. That's what they're doing. They're going fishing. And they're trying to reel you in. And if you, take that bait, you're just basically getting a big hook in your mouth. You don't want to do that, because, that becomes, potential trial exhibits or witnesses, things like that. You do not want to do that. So you say, I hear you. The next one is, you can say, everything's going to be okay. Basically, if they're so upset or they're very angry, something like that, you just want to bring their temperature down, especially if they are extremely upset. If they're extremely upset or they're in a rage or something like that, you're not going to be able to have any kind of conversation with them anyway. You know how they are. They lack self-awareness. So you're not going to be able to get into any kind of substantive conversation with them anyway. And so if they're insulting you, it's almost like if something's pushing, if all you do is push back, you're just going to keep doing this. So if what you do is you pull the one side away, then they just go like that, right? So you just say, everything's okay. You're good. You're okay. Then they'd be like, what? It literally just throws them off kilter when you do something like that. The next one is, I agree with you, but be very careful with how you end the rest of that sentence. So you don't want to say, I agree with you that I'm a deadbeat dad, or I'm a horrible mother, or I'm terrible at work, or something like that. You want to have it be like, I agree that that's how you feel. I agree that we have different opinions. I agree that that is your opinion of me, or something like that. It kind of goes back to the same premise of, I hear you, but it's a different way of saying it. It's an even more of an acknowledgement, so that they hear words they want to hear, but you're not really agreeing to anything. It's kind of like the same thing as saying, I agree to disagree, but in a little bit of a different way. I agree that we're probably never going to agree. I agree that we both have the right to our own opinion. You can say something like that. That's a perfectly acceptable thing to say too. The next thing that you can say is, I understand. I understand that that's what you think. Another one you can say is, that's an interesting perspective. That's one of my favorite phrases of all time, when you're completely baffled at what somebody has to say, or completely don't agree with what they're having to say. Just say, that's an interesting perspective. You absolutely don't agree with what they have to say at all. That's an interesting perspective. That one almost makes me want to laugh out loud, because it's so politically correct, but so politically incorrect at the same time. The next one and the last one here is, let's aim to be respectful in our conversations. And if they can't be respectful in the conversations, then, you can just say, then we're not going to have conversations here. You can always get up and leave. So you can just say, it's time to go. And if you agree to all of this, put agree in the comments below. I agree. I agree that this is how I'm going to move forward, because it's time for you to have self-respect and start having some boundaries. And this is how you are going to start to heal yourself as well, which is so, so, so important. One of the other ways that you need to start to heal and can start to heal is have the right support around you. So if you don't have access to therapy, I have a sponsor on this channel, which is BetterHelp, and you can go to betterhelp.com/Rebecca Zung to get access to that. We receive commissions on that. It doesn't cost you one single penny extra. We just want you to have access to resources that we have already vetted. And I have a private Facebook group that you can access as well, which is Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung. And the next video that I want you to watch is how to respond to narcissists when they disrespect you, because it is so time to know how to deal with them when they disrespect you, which is kind of the next step when those killer comebacks come, right? How to deal with them when they disrespect you. That's where I'm going to meet up with you next, but make sure that you have subscribed to this channel first, and make sure that you hit that little notification bell there too. And then I will see you in that next video. I'm Rebecca Zung. And remember that today is a great day for starting to negotiate your best life. And I'll see you in that next video.